What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, with it being Wednesday and the market starting to be a bit less volatile since the US elections were finished, I'm going to go through three topics today. Firstly, we're going to be investing a further €120 and we're going to look through each of my 12 pies to see where that money is best suited to help improve my dollar cost averaging overall. Secondly, we'll have a quick look through this week's Hotlist on Trading 212, which is a new feature that I discussed in a video last week. And finally, we're going to talk about the plans to add 3 companies into 3 different pies that I discussed as well in a prior video to help improve my diversification across some of my pies that I have less holdings in. As the markets are not open yet, we'll just deposit €120 now into my account, which I've done so. So you see now the overall account value is €4,800, which is about 4.8% towards my overall goal of having €100,000 invested in the market. We currently are up 7.88% or €342, which equates to about $400, so I'm quite happy with that. So let's just look through each of my pies now to see which companies, if any, are in the red, and if so, if they are below the 3% threshold that I am now putting on my portfolio. So I mentioned in a video last week as well that I'm going to be only investing in companies that I already own if they drop 3% or more in the red, as this will help improve my dollar cost averaging overall. So I don't really want to put the full €120 into just one company, so hopefully there is 1 or 2 companies, or even 3, that I can split this money up evenly into. So firstly, in my communication services, we are up 9.73% and all still are in the green, with Walt Disney being up 14.36%. Facebook up 7.8 and AT&T is up 2.36. AT&T has been one of the companies where I've been dollar cost averaging a lot lately by putting in, let's say, 10 or €20 here and there, which isn't a lot, but over the long term, adding up this accumulation and especially improving my dollar cost averaging in companies such as AT&T is only going to be of benefit. In my consumer discretionary pie, this is probably where I will be investing some of that €120. Tesla is currently up 6.8%. McDonald's is down about 2%, so if that drops below 3% once market opens, I might invest there, but I'll probably end up investing in companies that I bought a few days ago in the form of SBUX, which is down 2.36%, and Nike, which is down nearly 5%. And that's kind of a given, considering when I did buy these 2 companies, the markets were kind of on a bit of a rally after the US elections, but again, there was only €50 or so invested into each, so that's quite a small sum of money. So hopefully now, over the long term, I'll be able to dollar cost average when I get the opportunities, such as now, for example, when it's down 5%, I'll start pumping money in. But again, as the markets aren't open yet, we'll see what way we stand once they do. Consumer staples is all in the green as well, with the biggest one being up is Coca-Cola, which is up nearly 11%. Energy, another sector that I've been utilising the dollar cost averaging a lot lately, as it's been going up and down about 5 or 10% each way. It's currently now up 12.45%, so I won't be touching that a while. My ETF pie is all fine. It's up about 9% overall in the form of my Vanguard S&P 500, which is up 8.6%, and the FTSE 100, which is up 11.7%. Financials, Visa and MasterCard were 2 companies that were down a lot in the last few weeks. For example, MasterCard was down 12 or 13% at one stage, and because I utilised the dollar cost averaging, they are now in the green, and all 5 of my financial sector companies are all happily in the green, and especially JP Morgan, which is up 21%, Bank of America is up 15.5%, and Goldman Sachs is up over 10%, so I'm quite happy with how the financial sector is doing for now. Healthcare is up next. Again, I've been buying into Johnson & Johnson a lot lately as well when it was in the red, but as of now, all 3 are in the green and is up 7.15% overall. Industrials, again, all in the green, so I won't be touching this today. It's up nearly 10% overall, so I'm happy with that as well. Materials, now this is another sector that I probably will be investing in today, as well alongside my consumer discretionary pies, the companies in that are in the red. Barrick Gold has been kind of quite volatile again, like a lot of my other companies, especially like the energy sector over the last few weeks, and it's been kind of tipping away when it has been going into the red, and it is now down 5.26%, so I probably will be utilising the dollar cost averaging here as well. Again, we'll see what way it is once the market opens. Real estate, my one company, Realty Income, is up nearly 9%, so I'm happy with that. I won't be touching that today. My tech sector pies, all are in the green, except Amazon, which is pretty much a break even. It's just down 40 cents, which is nothing really. If all my other companies were in the green, I would probably have put some more money into Amazon, as I'm kind of heavy on tech. But as I have some companies that are down 4 or 5%, I'm going to better off suited to invest in those for now, just to improve the dollar cost averaging there. But overall, my tech companies, my largest holding, is up 7.43%, with Alphabet being up 20.74%, Apple up over 6%, and Microsoft up 3%. And finally, we have nothing in my utility pie as of now, as in a prior video you saw that I moved my waste management company up to my industrial sector pie, as I believe it's better suited there. So to summarize the first part of this video, the three companies that I'll be investing in further today once the market opens are Barrick Gold, which is currently down 5.23%, and in the consumer discretionary, I'm going to be investing two companies here in the form of SBUX, which is down 2.3%, and Nike, which is down nearly 5%. For the second part of this video, as I said, we'll be looking through the 212 Hotlist. So we'll just have a brief look through the leaderboard in terms of the top 10 companies that are held by trading 212 users, and we'll have a brief look at the top risers and fallers in the middle of this week after the US elections. So firstly, on the leaderboard, the top 10 companies held by trading 212 users are Tesla with 95,969 accounts holding this company. We then have the likes of Apple in second and Amazon in third. NIO has dropped down to fourth, BP is fifth, Microsoft and National Grid, Netflix, Rolls-Royce and Pfizer make up the top 10 companies that are held by trading 212 users. Now Pfizer has kind of popped into the top 10 as of late due to coming up with the vaccine for the virus, so I expect big things from Pfizer in the coming weeks. We then have the risers. So over the last, let's say we go to the 7-day period, over the last 7 days, the top 10 companies that have risen in terms of people investing further into the trading 212 accounts. Firstly, we have Pfizer, as I just mentioned, which has gone up 23,000 accounts have added this into their portfolio. Again, I just discussed the reason why. NIO is in second position. Then we have biotech, Bitcoin, Aurora Cannabis, Alibaba. Then we have Sundale Growers, Rolls-Royce, Vanguard, S&P 500 and Amazon. Now I always find it very interesting to look through these kind of lists, and again you need to do your own research and due diligence before investing any of your own capital into the market, but I definitely find it interesting to look at the kind of top leaderboards, the top risers and fallers, etc., just to have a gives you more opportunities and kind of gives you more ideas. For example, there the Bitcoin ETP, I've actually never heard of that, so it's just worth a look, and if I find it interesting and if I find there's some kind of opportunity there, I might invest. But again, I'll just have a look, and you should always be kind of looking through lists like this just to see if there's any opportunities that you believe could be profitable for you in the long or short term. And then in terms of the top fallers over the last 7-day period, we have Under Armour, Apple, which I'm kind of surprised to see. We have Witherspoons, Greggs, Barclays, Wisdom Tree, Martins. We then have Marks and Spencers, Tyler Wimpey and National Grid make up the top 10 fallers. The third thing that I wanted to discuss in today's video was adding 3 companies into 3 different sectors. So they were, if we scroll down and we start at the bottom, for example, utility sector currently has no positions, so I'll need to be adding a company or 2 in here, again to help improve my diversification across all sectors. We then have real estate, and we only have the one company here at the moment, Realty Income, which is up 8.85%. And again, I'll be hoping to add 1 or 2 companies in here over the coming days. Maybe, for example, one further real estate company in the US, and then we might have a look further afield, well, closer to home in my terms. We could have a look in Ireland or the UK, or even some of the other European markets to see if there's any real estate companies here that I find would be kind of interesting to invest in and would also help with my diversification. But I definitely want to at least put 1 more company in here, and that'll be in the US market definitely anyway, first of all, and we can see where we'd end up going then. Also, the third sector that I want to invest further in is the materials sector. And we only have the one company here at the moment that we've discussed, which is Barrick Gold, and I'll be investing further in this company today to help improve the dollar cost averaging. But again, I want to add more companies, definitely one for the foreseeable future anyway, just to help improve my diversification. And also, once I have the 3 of those companies done in terms of those sectors, I want to add a further company into my energy sector pie. As of now, we just have the 2, which are ExxonMobil and Chevron. But I would like to add in either firstly, one individual company in the form of a clean energy company, as that is definitely the way forward in terms of renewable energy, or else I might even look into a clean energy ETF, which would kind of encompass a lot of those kind of energy sector companies. But again, we will see in the foreseeable future. But first of all, my attention will be adding a company each into utilities, real estate, and my materials. So with all that being said, guys, that kind of brings the end to today's video. We went through 3 kind of topics in today's video. We went through my plans on investing 120 or more in today's market when it opens, in terms of adding it into 3 companies in the form of Nike, Starbucks, and we're also going to be putting it into my materials sector pie in the form of Barrick Gold to help improve my dollar cost averaging. We also had a look through my Trading 212 Hotlist in terms of the top 10 companies held by Trading 212 users, and we had a brief look through the top risers and top fallers also. And finally, we went through briefly my plans at adding 3 companies into 3 different pies to help improve my diversification. If you found this video anyway helpful or interesting, it'd be great if you consider liking the video, as it would really help the video out in terms of exposure. And more importantly, if you're new around here, it'd be brilliant if you consider subscribing to this channel, as it really help my channel out going forward. We are about 18 subscribers away now from reaching our 400 goal target, so that'd be brilliant if you get that by the end of the week. Also, if you have any comments, suggestions, or queries, please comment below on this video and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks very much, guys, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video.